I'm feeling on top of the world, like nothing's ever gonna bring me down. This feeling got me flying high as a bird. I may never touch the ground. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate.
Yes, fucking ignore all of that. You can keep that part in. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 43 of The Waft. I'm Dwight.
And I'm Emily.
And we are life enthusiasts here to bring you joy, happiness, laughter, whatever it is. 6-figure business owners in the form of Cycle Bar West Omaha. Soon to be 5 figures of debt, 4 figures of debt, then no debt. Crushed it.
There we go.
Love it. Let's get into business.
Let's get into this week's topic. If you are watching this when we just released it, it is a few days after Thanksgiving.
And you survived.
And you survived, hopefully. So we thought we'd get into the hot topic this week of holidays and family and friends, and whether it's like your own family or a spouse's family and friends, how to navigate that world. As we all know, I am an introvert with resting bitch face with social anxiety, so it's not...
Introvert, I think, is what makes it very difficult.
And I have a lot of social anxiety.
Yes.
That makes it
That's
the
not
most
for
difficult.
you. I'm
that
saying
makes it the most difficult for me is having social anxiety.
Yes.
So going into situations that are unfamiliar is very hard for me. It's not easy for me to make friends. So coming into Dwight's Nebraska life was very difficult for me. I did not hit it off with his friends. I did not hit it off with his family. And so usually gatherings are a little bit harder for me. And so I posed the question to my friends this week of... do you protect your mental health and draw a boundary and say, you know what, like I'm not going to go because I respect myself and I respect my mental health more than I do putting myself in a situation that's going to compromise my mental health? Or do you suck it up and go anyway? So that was the question.
You had some great responses,
I got some great responses. First, like quick tips, which we have instituted. Like Sandra sent me a bunch. Several people said put a time limit on it, which we did this year.
Best advice ever.
Yeah.
Literally, here's the timer. Might have went over by but in
I
fairness,
didn't expect Dwight not to go over.
At 2 hours and 58 minutes, I was wrapping shit up. So
Yeah.
I was there.
Then we lollygag. But anyway,
Yes.
Set boundaries of we're going for X amount of time, because then you know how long you have to be in the situation for.
And that you can't go to the bathroom by yourself.
Or I love Sandra said this isn't necessarily for holidays, but for other family gatherings, go out to eat. Because again, if you go out to a restaurant, you have a certain time limit. You're probably not going to get into politics at a restaurant. So it's it kind of controls the environment. Loved Sandra's advice, which we've done, is play a game. If you're going to play a game and your spouse isn't included, pool, invite them downstairs to come watch instead of abandoning them upstairs with your family. But little things play a game, put a time limit, go to a restaurant, or we're all super helpful tips. I think the best advice that I got was from Heather LaRue. Shout out to Heather, who basically told me not to be selfish about it in a kinder way. I loved the way she phrased it. She said, think about how much you love time with your family, which my family is everything to me, and I love time with my family, and Dwight gifts that to me a lot. We'll go spend a couple days with my family, and that time is so precious to me. And she was think about that and how he gives that to you. Well, give that to him, because time with your family is also precious, and there's going to be a time when there's no longer around. Yeah. And so I shouldn't, I don't want to be the one to take that away from you. So just that perspective shift of do it for your husband. Do it because they love their family and they want to spend time with them, and you shouldn't take that away from them. Not that I would, because I would just stay alone, but you would feel bad if I stayed alone. So
correct.
I found that to be very helpful of Emily, don't be selfish. Think about how much time Dwight gives you with your family, and then gift that back to him. You can do it for 3 hours.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing we've learned in holiday ventures over the 3-4 years we've been together is, communication in any relationship, but just the communication of here's how long we're going to go for. Don't leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because we've learned from previous experiences, you bailed on me and I was just left in a very socially awkward situation where I'm not a social butterfly like you. and I just, yeah, it was awkward. So we learned from those, and that's what we're here for with being life enthusiasts and just like giving our life examples and letting others learn from it. So it's just like set a time limit on it. The going out to eat, I think, is a good one, but I don't think it's a practical one. Like,
No, I said for non-holidays.
Okay, gotcha. Yes.
Yeah, for like if your family came up,
then you go out to eat.
Instead of having them over to our house, go out to eat. And I think that's a brilliant solution. Like when my parents met your parents for the first time.
Yes.
We were like, let's go out to eat. Because
you're
again, you're
in a
controlled environment.
Yes.
So I think that is like a great example of what to do when it's like maybe not a holiday.
You mentioned politics, and like my family doesn't talk politics, but I think if you are in a situation where if it gets out of control, because let's be real, when I'm with your family, like your mom does talk about politics at the dinner table, and like I am on the same page with her, but like if it is an uncomfortable situation, I think that's where you address it with your spouse on the back end, and like that person talks to their parents or whoever you're with about it, and if it can't be compromised, then you do protect your mental health and be like, that situation is going to trigger me, I'm going to stay out of it.
Yeah. I mean, there was that one time you abandoned me to go play pool, and then we were in a toxic little conversation about COVID, and like I have very different views than other people. And so it's just communicating afterwards like, hey, this was super uncomfortable for me. Next time you go do something, like please invite me to come with you so that I'm not held alone in a space that makes me feel very uncomfortable. So yeah, it's really just communication.
Yeah.
Because if you don't communicate, then it's like they're never going to know. And they're never going to be able to change. Like, we've said this in business a lot. Like, if you do not tell us how you are feeling or what the problem is, how are we're not mind readers. Like, we cannot change it. We have this discussion with our employees all the fucking time. And it's the same with your spouse. Like, if you do not communicate, mind reading is not a fucking superpower.
Nope.
So how can you expect someone to change in a work environment or in a relationship environment if you do not express to them what you need changed?
Correct. Yeah. So it sounds common sense, but it's not. And I don't think we're the only ones that talk about this or based off the responses you got. So I think that's why it's just like a little quick hitter this week to share that with all of you. And then just a funny moment that I want you to share, because I laughed at it after you explained it to me, and it's a Midwest thing, and I didn't realize this, but Emily, very picky eater. Very bougie eater.
I would say your mom actually said, and
my mom is the most
polite. She said
healthy,
and I was like, thank you. It's not picky. I'm very healthy.
So let's set the scene. My mom's always trying to be accommodating for my wife here, which is very nice of her. But like, I come from lower middle class where we fucking shop poor people food. Emily comes from DC and all the Whole Foods bouginess. So my mom wants to cater to her, just doesn't know how to. So at Thanksgiving, my mom said, "You're a very healthy eater, but like you eat salad, right?"
Yeah, she goes, "You eat salad, right?" And then points down to this green, I think it was Jell-O, and I'm not quite sure like what mystery thing was floating inside of it. But yeah, she literally goes, "I never know what to make you, but you eat salad, right?" And like pointed to this green Jell-O. And like I feel so bad because bless Cindy's heart, like I love the thought, but I was like, my salads usually are like spinach and kale and include a leafy green. Not Jell-O.
What did your mom call it? She said it's a Midwest thing, like Jell-O salad. Is that what that's
called? Yeah, it's Jell-O salad. My grandma used to make it because she's from Iowa. She would make this like orange Jell-O salad.
I don't know what it is either.
This was one of the Thanksgiving things. Like every fucking year we go to Thanksgiving, there's Jell-O salads, there's pudding, not pudding. It's
good stuff.
And then like all this like meat and like hot dogs and cream corn and cheesy broccoli. And I'm over here like vegetarian who doesn't eat dairy because I'm lactose intolerant and eats very clean. And I was like, I guess I'll fend for myself.
Jess, if you can go back and we talk, just insert a picture of Jell-O salad at some point so people can see. But God bless my mom, trying to be helpful.
She is the sweetest woman.
But I was not privy to this happening, and I giggled when I was told it. So, yeah.
At least the Jell-O is green, so it was like the color of salad.
Yeah. It's the thought that counts.
It is the thought that counts. So yes, thank you, Cindy, for trying to make me a salad.
Yeah. So in summary, communicate with your partner for the holidays, for those, I don't know, sensory overload situations.
Yeah. But also really just try to be selfless. Like it is the holidays. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Like it's uncomfortable, but for 3 hours for the sake of my husband, I did it, and I will say, like, it really wasn't super terrible. Yeah. So it's like, sometimes you just got to get out of your own way and, like, just try it and keep trying, and then maybe it does get better.
Yeah. So quick hitter this week. That's all we got.
Yeah.
If you want us to talk about something else, let us know. But until next time,
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
peace out,
It
Cubby
may
Scouts.
not be my birthday, but I just want to celebrate.